We talk a lot about loser behavior in men, but not many people talk about loser behavior in women, though I've seen a couple of girls do this, so I'm gonna add on. This is lame female behavior. 1. Dating based on astrology signs or blaming your own bad behavior on your astrology signs. I didn't think this was an actual thing until I started scrolling on TikTok for the very first time. Apparently it's very real. People think astrology is genuinely real. I get if it's fun, but if you're taking it seriously, that's weird and lame. The second one is shit-talking your boyfriend or your husband to your friends. I would never in a million years ever do this at my grown age. I think it's a lack of respect to keep that shit between you two. I mean, if you're going to your mom because you're looking for genuine advice, I think that's one thing, but I think constantly ranting about your partner to your girlfriends is not a good idea. I would not want my boyfriend doing that to me, so. 3 is being obsessed with smut books and acting like you're a literary genius when you're just reading porn. I don't think there's much else to say about that. 4, blaming all of your personal failures on men and the patriarchy and the system. And I just think it's embarrassing that there are so many women who can't take accountability for their own actions and their own failures. 5th is saying women have no rights in America when there are women in Afghanistan who are legally not allowed to speak in public. Their voices are not allowed to be heard in public. Before you get triggered, name one right we don't have that men have. Name them.
Seeing adults direct intense negativity toward a child's happiness can reveal more about the adult than the child. When someone reacts with excessive anger or resentment towards something innocent, it often reflects unresolved frustration or dissatisfaction within themselves rather than the situation they're criticizing. That same mindset can appear in personal relationships, where kindness, optimism, or genuine enthusiasm are treated with unnecessary hostility. When you repeatedly notice someone projecting negativity onto everyone around them, it's often a sign to create healthy distance. Protecting your peace doesn't require confrontation. Sometimes quietly walking away is the wisest response. Choose to spend your time with people who appreciate kindness, encourage positivity, and bring emotional stability rather than constant conflict. Healthy relationships grow through mutual respect, understanding, and encouragement, not bitterness or unnecessary drama.
That's it. We really are that dumb. You're smarter than us. You just think that we're smarter than you, and then we manipulate that. But we're not. And before some chick comes for me in the comments, you better simultaneously be offering to take my shift at 5:30 tomorrow morning, because the whole reason that I'm even fucking working is because of people like you. We should be at home taking Quaaludes and drinking wine all day like the good Lord intended.
When conversations about emotional well-being become more balanced, an important pattern starts to emerge. Many people encourage men to be open about their emotions, yet they may still face criticism, ridicule, or unfair judgment when they actually express vulnerability. This contradiction can make it difficult for some men to feel emotionally safe. Recognizing that these experiences exist isn't about seeing yourself as a victim. It's about building relationships with people who respect honesty, empathy, and emotional authenticity. Healthy relationships create space where both partners feel heard, supported, and accepted without fear of being judged for their emotions.
Be considered inappropriate if it was directed at women. Mind you, feminism is supposed to mean men and women are both equal. Number 2, both women and men making jokes and laughing about domestic violence when the survivor is a man. Number 3, the concept that men cannot be because they probably enjoyed it. I don't want to see you guys arguing with me in the comments. I've literally seen people say that. Number 4 is telling men to man up instead of just telling them to ask for help when they need it. Number 5 is assuming a quiet or socially awkward man is creepy while excusing that same exact behavior from a woman. Number 6, using small penis energy as an insult. Anyways, before I get attacked, I made 2 posts on sexism towards women, and I do believe women experience more sexism as women only have 100% rights in 14 countries, while men have 100% rights globally. But I just thought I should make this post because clearly people are getting upset. Anyways, stay woke.
Voice 2. It's interesting how stress and exhaustion can completely change the way people behave. Someone who normally appears confident and in control may suddenly become defensive or overly certain of themselves. Not because they're actually right, but because admitting uncertainty feels uncomfortable. Not every confident statement deserves a lengthy debate. In many situations, staying calm, keeping your emotions under control, and refusing to react impulsively does far more than trying to win an argument. Patience and composure often speak louder than endless back-and-forth discussions.
Actually view your humanity with genuine respect.
I think at some point we need to have a talk about how a lot of people on this app have a seemingly completely irrational hatred of children. Like, I personally don't want kids right now, but it feels like some people are just angry at the idea of children existing in the same world as them. Take that kid that just won the costume contest at a Leve concert. There were people in the comment sections calling this kid ugly, saying they didn't deserve it, saying, like, awful things about this child for the crime of winning a costume contest where there is no prize money and the musician picks out whichever one she likes best because she thinks it's fun. And people are genuinely, like, sending death threats to a child who's, like, 7, probably, because she won a costume contest. Having such a visceral hatred for children, in my opinion, kind of boils down to jealousy. Like, oh, this child hasn't been through all of the adult horrible things that I've been through and isn't jaded yet. And it's like, why is that a bad thing? Why are you angry at a child for being happy? Do I understand not wanting kids or even wanting to, like, be around them? Yeah, absolutely, I understand that. But insulting children and, like, insulting their appearance, like, in my opinion, that's probably a little bit too far, but that's just my woke liberal opinion.
It's refreshing to hear someone emphasize the importance of personal responsibility in today's dating culture. When people constantly blame their mistakes on outside forces, whether it's astrology, social pressure, or the opinions of friends, they often avoid taking an honest look at their own decisions. Real maturity comes from accepting responsibility instead of searching for excuses. If you notice someone repeatedly avoiding accountability or refusing to reflect on their own behavior, there's no need to argue or convince them otherwise. Sometimes the smartest decision is simply to recognize the pattern early, value your time, and move on.